Hi, it's Saturday the 18th of August, and I thought it might be helpful to show what's going on with me. I have atypical anaphylaxis, and right now I'm only sort of in the moderate stage of it, but I just thought it might help because I did not know until a couple months ago that when I have a bad flare that's anaphylaxis. I had no clue. And I know that there are thousands of people out there who have the same symptoms and also have no clue that what they're going through is anaphylaxis, especially when it's the atypical kind like I have. So sorry, the nausea just got really bad. So I should have pulled up my chart that talks about the 5 body systems that are affected. Okay, so the 2 systems that are the most affected for me are skin or cutaneous and GI. Now, my flushing is, hopefully you can see a bit. You can never see the flushing, it's never as bad. You can't tell how bad it is, and it's just due to the way the lighting. It doesn't matter how I try to do it, you just can't tell how bad it is. What I have here, you can see that I have some on my face here. I have blotching on my neck. The worst right now is on my chest, but again, oh, that, by the way, not that, that's a scar, but over here, and it started in my right ear, which is a very common place for me to start, is on one of my ears. The flushing was actually far worse before I was on so many medications, and I am on a lot of medications. But I still have the flushing. I am itching like crazy. My itching is basically my face and my scalp. Oh Lord, it's so itchy. I try not to even start, because once I start I can't stop. GI, I had diarrhea, then I had cramps, and then the nausea hits. I'm currently actually infusing right now. I have a PICC line. I'm currently giving myself IV Zofran. I'm hoping the IV Zofran will be enough. I have IV promethazine or Finnegan that I can use too if I have to, and IV fluids. Most people, when the nausea gets severe, it's bad enough that most people would throw up. The vast majority of people would throw up, but when you've practiced not throwing up for 40 years, you get really good at it, and that's me. So I suffer with absolutely horrendous nausea, but I don't vomit, okay? You can see part of this with me when I close my eyes and I put my hand like this. Partly that's the nausea, partly it's because I have trouble cognitively. When this happens, sometimes I can't find words, or I just have trouble putting sentences together. The other thing that happens is that rather than getting, I said I have atypical, my breathing is minimally affected. My breathing rate goes up a lot. I would guess right now it's at least 2, possibly 3 times my normal rate. I normally breathe very slowly. My throat right now is fine. Sometimes it's like I get this sensation in my throat. It's a tickle, and I feel I get phlegm in my throat that wasn't there before, and I feel like I have to cough it up, but I really can't. And then once the episode is done, it's gone again. That is a fairly new symptom for me, and it concerns me because I feel like it's another step down this freaking anaphylaxis pathway. My blood pressure is very bad right now. Well, my latest reading was 216/106. I get hypertensive with my flares and with anaphylaxis. And right now I'm just trying to keep an eye on it to see whether how it's trending. Right now it's still trending upwards. I've been told that if you use epi when you are in anaphylaxis and you're hypertensive, that it actually can bring the blood pressure down, but I have not yet used an EpiPen. When I was recently in the hospital, I was given IV meds when this happened, on at least 3 different occasions, and even high-dose IV antihypertensive, so meds to bring blood pressure down, didn't work. I'm trying to think what else there is, because I know I'm missing stuff. This is another thing, it's so hard to think straight. I've taken 3 Benadryl. I took 3 Benadryl as soon as it started. Then I decided to take a hydroxyzine as well. Oh shoot, I'm going to take I take quercetin anyway. I'm going to take an extra quercetin in just a moment. I've already taken 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and it's an extended release, so I don't want to add any vitamin C. I might take some magnesium, but I don't feel well enough right now to go get it because it's downstairs and I'm upstairs. As I said, I am doing the Zofran. I do it very slowly. I've learned to infuse my anti-nausea meds slowly, otherwise I get very lightheaded and just feel really awful and dreadful. It just makes it even worse for a while. It actually makes the nausea worse if I do it too fast, so I do it really nice and slow. Let's see, so I've talked about my throat, I've talked about my breathing, I've talked about my blood pressure, I've talked about my flushing and my skin and my itching and my GI stuff and my neurological, and the foggy thinking. So anyway, I just hope that this helps somebody. So no, if you're experiencing these things, this is anaphylaxis, okay? I should have started Aminorin, okay? I can't work anymore. It's annoying because of the brain fog and the confusion. I couldn't do my job anymore. And it's not, well, the job I had, my last job, I loved it so much, but it's just really hard losing part of yourself like that. But I know enough to know when, like, if I had to call 911, I would know when to do it. I just wanted to put that out there. The same as using the EpiPen, I would know if if it got to a point where I'm having trouble breathing, I would do the Epi. I really don't want to do it because part of me is scared that once I do it once, I'm going to do it all the time. Because sometimes I have flares, this bad or worse, like 3 to 5 days a week. So anyway, I just changed over to, this is just saline now, and I'm going to just push this in nice and slow to make sure that the last of my Zofran gets in. If any of you see this, and you have any questions, please, please, please ask me, okay? And especially if you have any questions about dealing with nausea, or nausea and vomiting. I mean, I can't tell you about vomiting because I don't. I can't. I'll have to make a video about that someday. It's a phobia. I have a massive phobia. That's why. That's why I don't throw up. But especially if you have any questions about that, it's something I've struggled with for most of my life, to some extent, and then it's been very bad for the last 4 years. So I know a lot about a lot of different medications, about a lot of different treatments, about a lot of different over-the-counter type stuff. I also know about meds that you can't get here in the U.S., but you can buy elsewhere. So yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me, okay? And like I said, just trust me that I'm okay. I've been through this hundreds and hundreds of times. And I'll get through it again. I know I will. I almost always cry too. Does anybody else cry when you flare? When you're going through this? Part of it is because it's so depressing. The actual experience itself is so depressing, and it's so anxiety inducing, because it's always like, is this going to be the time that I end up having to go to the hospital? You know? Anyway, the phone's ringing, so I'm going to stop right now, okay? Bye.